This is an extract from a 1-hour interview. To watch the full interview, you can click below to join the Get Gallery Ready course. Until then, enjoy the video. So, just to introduce you for anybody who might not know and love you yet, as an artist, Sergio has shown in 45 solo exhibitions and 150 group exhibitions worldwide. And beyond his studio practice, he is director of exhibitions at the Zuby Art Center in Chicago and director and co-founder of 33 Contemporary Gallery. That's an impressive CV, but that's why I wanted to talk to you, Sergio, because you have this really unique experience, both as an artist and as a curator and commercial gallery director.
Yeah, I find it to be a really sweet spot that I'm blessed to take on the role of being the artist on one hand, who makes the paintings, like the one that's behind it, my newest one here in Florida. And then at the same time, being able to work as a curator for a really large art center.
What are the opportunities that a gallery can bring you as an artist?
I think the best opportunities that a gallery can offer to an artist that an artist may not be able to get on his or her own are opportunities where the gallery can bring your art to a wider audience that the artist may not have access to. Because the gallery has been around for a while. It's in the business of promoting art by a number of artists, not just the one. So they have also a certain leverage. Also, there is a name recognition that comes with a particular gallery that helps the artist. When an artist has now their work in a gallery, even if it's not representation, full representation, but for a show or sometimes that helps them to even sell better the work that they already have in their studio, because their current collectors recognize, oh, this artist has been recognized by a gallery. So again, it's also a badge of acceptance into the gallery world, which at the end, for us as artists, I think is important. That's why even for me as an artist, I wanted to have my own gallery, open a gallery, being a gallerist, because I see the value of it, right? Even in a world where now there's all this immediate access to artists through social media, through websites, the role of a gallery is still important. The work that they do in society and culture, I think is still important.
What are the advantages for an artist to work with a commercial gallery?
I love that question. I think that's a really good question. We just did a workshop in Chicago about what we call the hybrid artist. It's the artist that it's independent because they don't have a gallery. So I'm an independent artist, have to manage my own career. But at the same time, I'm working towards finding a gallery to work with, or building gallery relationships, or eventually perhaps representation. So I think for artists who are in that space, we need to really figure out how we want to work, right? And that brings the typical question that comes up in an artist working independently, but also looking for gallery representation. Should I put my prices on the website, the practical things, right? And I always tell artists, what kind of artist you want to be? You are an independent artist, that you have to sell your art in order to survive and make more work, and you really need to take control of things, and you don't have gallery representation, by all means, do what you have to do, which is you have to put prices in your website, you have to make it easy for people to buy, you have to make things clear for people how to get to what you offer. On the other hand, if you're an artist who do have gallery representation, or you're working with galleries, then you gotta work with your galleries to figure out what's the best way for you to work with them, and you being also independent. A lot of artists have relationships with galleries, but do not have representation, which is different, right? So you gotta figure out where you're at. And according to where you're at, have conversations with the people that you are working with, so that you do always the right thing and you don't burn bridges, or you don't give the wrong impression to the gallery that this artist, we just brought him in and is already trying to undersell from their website. So it's always having those conversations are super, super important in order to navigate that space of the independent artist looking for gallery representation. And I think most galleries understand today that artists who are independent, they need to move, right? Need to function in this world. We cannot expect that every artist is just waiting for representation. Artists have to eat, artists have to rent space, manage their studio, their families, and so on. The resources are scarce these days sometimes.
Thank you for watching this clip from our interview. To watch the full 1 hour interview and get practical advice to work with galleries, then click the link below and join the Get Gallery Ready course. This in-depth course for artists includes 5 sessions covering everything you need to know about galleries, 5 interviews with artists sharing their top tips with you, and 5 interviews with gallery directors so you can hear directly what they look for, how to approach them, how to get represented by a gallery, and so much more. Until then, we hope you enjoyed this video and you can click below to learn more and get started.